let's jump into some shade because it is very rare where you have one brand picking a fight with another brand. And why is Renesmee, why is she so weird looking? And how is it okay that Jacob ends up with her in the end when she was a literal baby? They did such a good job shooting these products. I love the ad campaigns for these. Like, I don't know who shot this, but they did a phenomenal job. My friend, welcome back to the What's Up in Makeup product report, where I tell you everything that's happening with makeup and cosmetic product releases across the industry this past week. Let's jump into some shade because it is very rare where you have one brand picking a fight with another brand. Whenever this was, okay, we're starting the bingo card for 2025. This was not on my bingo card. Here is MAC's Instagram post posted on January 8th of 2025. It is in reference to their relaunch of their range of discontinued nude lipsticks that'll include Flesh Pot, Peach Stock, Folio, and Stone. The post reads, "Skip the pillow talk. Get nude." The photo, in case you're not looking, is of a bunch of nude lipsticks, and then there's some kind of lingerie. I can't tell if that's a garter or a bra or some I don't even know what the heck that is. I am not familiar with it, but it is some kind of lingerie. And for legal reasons, I must say that this possibly could be shade against Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte does have a line of nude products called Pillow Talk. The comments next to the post obviously are calling this out. Some people are very offended. They see it as immature. They see it as petty and stupid. And why are you doing this? While other people are like, Charlotte Tilbury shades e.l.f. all the time. They have gone after e.l.f. so much because e.l.f. tends to dupe their products. At least that's what it seems like Charlotte Tilbury feels, that e.l.f. is duping their products. It has been a long-standing thing for the last year or two, so people are bringing that up and saying that she kind of deserves it. But at the same time, I don't know why MAC is coming in with this hard and hot against Charlotte Tilbury. I have to say it was kind of amusing, but at the same time, I'm not sure why this is happening. One commenter said, quote, "Had worked for MAC in store several times and worked for Charlotte Tilbury then. And I can assure that once we get MAC's DNA, it's very hard to be part of something else. In all aspects, forever MAC." And that relates to a Charlotte Tilbury thing that she did about stealing Charlotte's DNA. And everybody thought it was against e.l.f. It was a whole thing.
Charlotte Tilbury got under beauty arrest.
Darling, you caught me picking red-handed. Of course it was me who stole the lipsticks. Nobody else can steal my beauty DNA. They can try, but they cannot deny. Darling, let me tell you a beauty secret. If you want the real thing, the original, and the best, it's Charlotte Tilbury Beauty every time.
Personally, I don't think this is going to hurt MAC. I think if anything, it is going to help them. That friendly competition. And to be honest, MAC has kind of fallen back from the forefront of makeup purchasers. There's so many brands out there. There didn't used to be. When MAC was so popular and was like the top of their game, it was like, are you a MAC customer or are you a Sephora customer? It wasn't like, do you buy from MAC or do you buy from Urban Decay or whatever it may be. It was like MAC or the entirety of Sephora. So a lot of things have changed since that time period. And I think that MAC really needs to somehow get in the public eye. And this might be a way to do it. Just picking a fight with another brand. And this is the thing. If Charlotte Tilbury responds, that's again publicity for MAC. If they don't respond, then it's kind of a no harm, no foul situation. Because in the end, if you read the comments, and I feel like the overall vibe is that the customers really aren't taking this super seriously, but I would love to know what you think down in the comments.
Just a quick editing note. I went to MAC's Instagram and the post has been deleted. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but MAC has clearly said that they don't want this post on their Instagram anymore. So what that means in reality, what happened behind the scenes, I have no idea. But I thought that was an important note to share with you. All right, back to the video.
Speaking of copying someone else's homework, it may be a thing, possibly, that Glossier is coming for the neck of an unlikely beauty brand. Clinique. We know that Clinique's bread and butter has been their black honey collection. Well, Glossier has come out with a black cherry collection. But what's weird to me about this choice that Glossier is making is that they're making it limited edition, except for the Balm.com product, which is going to be a permanent item in their line. They also have that shade in their #1 pencil, their cloud paint blush, and their lip line. So I don't know why they're making it limited edition. So maybe I'm just making this up in my head that there's some kind of comparison between the two products. But if you look at them, if you look at the Clinique product and the Glossier product, they really do look like the same shade. So I don't know. You know how brands are. They'll say something's limited edition and then they say, it was so popular, now it is available for permanent purchase. So that could happen, or I could just be making this up, or it could be limited. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm just saying it's similar. That's all I'm saying. I kind of love this next one. This is the next Ipsy icon box, and it is being curated by one of my faves, Gabrielle Union. Oh my goodness. She is the next curator of the Ipsy icon box, specifically to celebrate Black History Month. Icon boxes, if you're not familiar, they're usually collaborations with a celebrity who has a cosmetic line, and the subscription box Ipsy. Gabrielle's box will include makeup, skin, and of course hair products from her brand Flawless. Other brands included are LYS Beauty, Kosas, Elemis, and Benefit Cosmetics. The Ipsy icon boxes include 8 beauty products valued at up to $350 for just $65, but the trick to it is that you have to be an Ipsy subscriber in order to add it on to your current subscription. Now, Ipsy isn't stopping there. They're turning this into an entire campaign for the month of February. So Gabrielle is also going to serve as the narrator in a short film for their social campaign titled Ipsy's Black Joy is Beautiful. A press release said that the film will champion the art of embracing, loving, and expressing your authentic self. It'll be released at the start of February. Along with the icon box, Ipsy is also featuring limited edition mystery bags designed by students from Project Level. This is a Bay Area nonprofit program that nurtures the creative needs of at-risk and underserved youth. It's going to feature 2 distinct designs inspired by an ode to hair. Ipsy members will have extra access to Black-owned brands, including Fenty Beauty, Briogeo, Danessa Myricks, Pat McGrath Labs, and Butta Skin via their Ipsy shop for the entire month of February. So if you are interested, I believe you can sign up now in order to be a part of that. It's funny how setting spray seems to be having a movement. Like, I never thought setting spray would be like a thing people would get into, but it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Like, do you remember when Max Fix Plus was like the only setting spray anybody ever gave any kind of mention to?
Hey everyone, today is a review on MAC Fix Plus, which looks like this. It's a bottle of water that contains basically glycerin, toner, that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to do. The name Fix Plus gives you the illusion that it's going to fix your makeup. It absolutely will not fix it, but what it will do is take away the powdery residue that's left with powders. And for that reason, I go through a lot of it. It's a really nice product.
Now it's not like that. Setting spray is definitely having its moment, and Fenty Beauty wants to be a part of that. They are about to release a product called You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray, claiming it looks in all day, and also it can, quote, shield you from the impurities you encounter daily, keeping you fresh and protected. So of course I'm like, okay, shielding from impurities, it's got to have some kind of antioxidant in it. Vitamin C is kind of unstable, so what are they going to use? Are they going to go with that cherry extract they use a lot? They're not. They're actually going a different direction, an ingredient that I've never seen in cosmetics. Not that it's not in there, I've just personally never seen it. They are using as their antioxidant wild thyme extract. The spray is also oil-free, fragrance-free, and alcohol-free. They say it is for all complexion types, and it's resistant to sweat, humidity, and water. The Fenty Beauty You Mist Makeup Extending Spray retails for $32 and will be available starting on January 17th on the brand's website, Ulta, Sephora, and Kohl's. All right, I have a little story for you that relates to a makeup release this week. So I'm sitting in my kitchen and I'm working, and Phoenix comes down from their room because we had a bunch of snow. They were off of school. Phoenix comes down and is like, Mom, I just started watching Twilight, and why is this movie terrible? Why is Edward so cringy? Why is this awful? And I was like, it's not awful. You just have to embrace the cringe. I was like, are you going to stop watching it after the first one? And they're like, no, of course not. I'm going to watch the whole thing. Like, okay, fine. Like, go forth and watch the Twilight. So they come down like hours later after they've binged all of the movies, and they're like, why was that awful? But why did I also really like watching it? I was like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Twilight. And why is Renesmee, why is she so weird looking? And how is it okay that Jacob ends up with her in the end when she was a literal baby? Like, how is this? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why this is okay, but no matter how you feel about Twilight, you can't deny that a lot of people are obsessed with it, that it is a cult favorite, even if it is cringy at times. And when there's a movie or a TV show like that, brands are going to jump on it. And this week, it's ColourPop, and they just released their New Moon collection. It includes an eyeshadow palette, the Soul Glow oil in It's a Wolf Thing, Super Shock Shadow in We Won't Bite and Volturi, multi-chrome shadow sticks in Wolf Girl, It's Always Been Him and Vampire Girl, Bella, Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca lip kit, the You Can't Trust Vampires lip kit, and the ultra glossy lip in Runs with Vampires. I hate to say this, but I actually really like this color story. But y'all know I like fall colors, so it kind of makes sense. I'm actually digging on this more than like the blue theme that they had for the last Twilight collection, but that's just personal preference, I think. I think they did a really good job with the color story. I'm not hating it at all, and I kind of like Twilight. I'm admitting it. I like it. I have to be honest. Also playing on the nostalgia this week is Lethal Cosmetics and their Dexter collaboration. If you are not familiar with Dexter, basically it was a show that ran from 2006 to 2013, and Dexter is a blood splatter specialist. He works to solve crimes, but also he's a serial killer. So that leads to some hijinks. It leads to some really good writing, actually, in the earlier seasons. I did hear that it ends really bad, so therefore I stopped watching it so that the ending would never happen. I did the same thing with Grey's Anatomy. When I knew one particular character was going to die, I just dipped out because I figured he would never die if I just never watched it. I did the same thing with Dexter, so you'll have to tell me whether I should go back in and watch the whole thing again. Anyway, this makeup collaboration is so cute. I feel like they absolutely nailed it. So what we have here is an 11-pan eyeshadow palette that's inspired by Dexter's Blood Slide box. There's 2 lip oils, the 2 lip stains. These are incredible. A liquid highlighter, 5 nail polishes, a nail accessory, and a makeup brush set. They did such a good job shooting these products. I love the ad campaigns for these. Like, I don't know who shot this, but they did a phenomenal job. The collection is launching on January 16th if you're interested. Beyond that, with Indie Beauty, it was a heavy eyeshadow week in Indie Beauty. So we have the Snow Angel and Cozy Cabin palettes available for pre-order from Simply Posh Cosmetics. Along with the palettes, they also are offering liquid blushes and lip glosses as part of the collection. Nomad is taking us skiing in France with the new Chamonix Apres Ski collection. How did I do with my French? Probably not great. I tried though. I Googled it, I promise. This launches on Tuesday, January 14th around 12:01 a.m. Eastern time. And they specifically said around. So that's a thing. Blend Bunny is launching their plastic palette on January 17th. Their caption on Instagram gives some insight into the inspiration. It says it was designed with a mental mood board of facades in the beauty industry, hints of nip tuck and Mean Girls, and the ongoing pursuit of perfection, beauty, and youth that we as modern day feed scrolling humans face. She says, I had the idea of bringing in flesh/nude tones with pops of hot pink and even an icy teal shimmer for the perfect little Hot Girl palette. I think it looks super, super cute. And y'all know Blend Bunny is one of my favorite brands right now. Hitting up the drugstore, Revlon is having a bit of a moment over at Ulta. They released 7 products on Ulta's website this week. Let's quickly pop through them in case you're interested in any of them. So last week we had a Glimmer gloss, but this week we have a Glimmer lip oil. We are having that same issue, it seems, with the Glimmer lip oil that we were talking about with the Makeup by Mario last week, in that the deeper the person's skin tone, the less you can see it. But I will give them credit for being honest about that. At least they're showing what it really looks like so people can make that educated choice on whether they want to purchase or not. Going with the Glimmer theme, they also have Glimmer blush drops that are launching in 3 shades. They do say they're out of stock, but usually at Ulta's website, that means they're just coming soon. The rest of the products are under the Color Stay umbrella. We have the Lash Serum and Liner Liquid Liner. They promise healthier lashes in 1 week. There's also the full-time waterproof and regular mascaras, the Face and Body Glow Lotion in 4 shades, and the multi-liner in 8 shades, said to be used for face, lip, and eye to contour, blend, make freckles, highlight, make lines, define, and fill. They say it's an easy glide formula with a built-in blending brush. That's actually kind of cool. That's really interesting. I love the multi-use products. I think that that's super fun, especially for people that just don't want to spend a lot on a lot of different products and you can just use one product. I think that's fantastic. Now, speaking of a different kind of idea, but this is kind of similar to what Revlon was doing, but different. Okay, Jen, shut up. Let me just tell you about Lisa Eldridge's new product. It is called the PinPoint Concealer Micro Correcting Pencil. Now, I've seen a bit of buzz online about this. Some people are saying that this is a new concept. Some people say that this has been done before. I did see a little clip on their Instagram where it proves and shows that Lisa Eldridge has been talking about this pinpoint technique for years and years and years and years and years.
This is really good for pinpoint concealing. Pinpoint concealing. Pinpoint concealing. The pinpoint concealing. Pinpoint concealing.
The caption for the release says, pinpoint concealing is all about precise camouflage so that the skin in between can be less heavily made up and the skin overall still looks natural. It's a trick I've used time and time again. This is honestly something I would love to try and see if it works for me. What's standing in the way of me making that choice is that, like, you know, I have lots of products that I'm currently using and enjoying, and the price point on this is $34 just for one pencil, which makes sense. It fits into the Lisa Eldridge price point. It's just, I think this one's just going to hold off for a little bit, but it's something I have my eye on possibly to try in the future. While we're talking complexion, let's talk Laura Mercier's new long-wear tinted moisturizer, Natural Dewy SPF 30 with hyaluronic acid. The shade range looks like a nice gradient. There's 20 shades in the full size, and then they have 8 different shades in a mini version. They say it is a new and improved version of this product, and it's more weightless and it's longer wearing with skincare ingredients to help skin's tone and texture. The model looks really, really pretty with this on. I have 2 skin tints that I absolutely love. One, the Typology one we talked about in the sponsorship, and the other one from Sigma Beauty. So I'm not getting this right now, but again, just like with the Lisa Eldridge product, I may try this one in the future because the advertisement just simply looks really good. We do have a couple of blush products this week, starting with Moira Cosmetics. They have launched their Love Spell Powder Blush. 16 shades there, matte and shimmer finishes, and they're only $7 each. Now, we talked about yesterday about companies that are donating to the California wildfires, and Moira is one of them. They are an LA-based brand, and they are donating 50% of all sales of these new blushes through January 22nd to the Los Angeles Fire Department. I was interested in them anyway, so I just purchased them. I'm always looking for lower cost, really good quality products, so I purchased a handful of them. When I get them, I'm sure I will be trying them in PR Purchase Product of the Week during the product report. So if you're interested, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. We also have 2 blush sticks from Smashbox, the SBX rated Hot Sticks Cream Blush Stick and the Physicians Formula Butter Glow and Go Multi-Use Stick. For lips this week, just 3 products to share: the Sephora Collection Glaze Hydrating Lip Balm, the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil 24-Hour Care with Hyaluronic Acid, really long name on that one, and the Tom Ford Rose Exposed Lip Oil Tint. How's that for variation? Those are very different products. All right, my friend, it is time for PR or Purchase Product of the Week, and I'm so excited to show you this stuff because it's stuff that we've been talking about. So first, I want to give a quick shout out to Robert Welsh, who was kind enough to send over his Fwee collaboration. I only know of this brand through Robert, so I'm really excited to try these products. There was the daytime beauty box and the nighttime beauty box. I do think these are sold out, the boxes themselves, but the products you can still get over on their website. So we're going to use this Fwee blush. It has got the coolest texture. It's like squishy and bouncy. It's really fun. So we're going to use this. This is in the shade Baby. We're also going to use the Fwee highlighter in Sugar Powder. Also, last week we talked about a couple of things and then I got them in PR. So I get to show you. This is a little kit that they sent from Benefit. This is their brow toolbox with their new brow pen. And y'all know I'm skeptical of brow pens. This one has those 3 points on it. So I'm going to show you how I use this today and we'll see whether it works better than their last 3-point brow product they came out with that I did not like at all. It was not good. I also have a new shade of the Too Faced Pillow Balm. I did not show you this on camera, so let me just show you. This is the most comfortable applicator, like I'm not even kidding. It is so smushy to feel on the lips. It really does feel like a cloud, like it's not exaggerating. And I don't say that lightly. Like this actually feels even better than the Fenty Gloss Bomb, which is one of my favorites, which I never thought I would say. This feels amazing on the lips. I also, for my eyeshadow today, use the Alter Ego Sundown palette. I am just going to give you a quick heads up. I think I'm going to email them and tell them to take me off PR because every time I try one of these palettes, I don't like it. I don't know what happened to their formula. I feel like it is not good anymore. And I'm so disappointed because it used to be a really good formula. And lately it's just been every palette. I'm like, this is not good. So I think I'm going to ask them to take me off PR, unfortunately, because I don't want them to keep sending me palettes on their own dime and then me just sit here and tell you that I don't like it. But I'm going to show you why I don't like it in just a second. We're getting into the demo right now. Hello. Okay, we're going straight in with the products from my sponsorship yesterday, the Typology Tinted Serum and the Serum Concealer, as well as their face powder, and also the Ulta Eye Primer. And we're just going to do that off camera because I showed you that yesterday. This is the new Benefit brow product, and it says you're supposed to shake it. So we're going to shake it up really good. This is called the Mighty Fine Brow Pen. And the thing is, this is actually an improvement on an old format. You can see how sharp those points are. Look at the old one. They were so dull. There wasn't a lot of pigment. Really didn't like the old format, but this new format looks quite different. So let's go ahead and try it. So in the initial strokes, I can already tell I am already liking this so much better because those points are so fine, it's really looking like brow hairs instead of just like clumpy mess. And you see I'm turning it on the side for the outer corners of my brows and just really like just flicking up in the inner corners, and it just looks so natural. I was so impressed with it. And it also fills that space over in the middle of my brow. I mean, it just did such a wonderful job. I think this is the best brow pen I have ever used. And what's weird about this that I realized when I was done filming is that this is the first time I think I've ever used a brow product and not felt like I needed to spoolie it through. I'm going to go back into the inner corner because I like the way it looked so much and just give myself a little more in the middle, and it's just so much better. Now we're going into the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax just to give it a little more of a fluffy feel to it, but man, I really love the way my brows came out. This is so much better. Great job, Benefit, on the improvement of this product. Nice job. All right, now we're going to go into the Sundown palette by Alter Ego. Dipping into the shade Calm to kind of set up the base. It's just slightly deeper than my skin tone, and it's just not applying evenly. And the more I blend, the more it starts to blend away, and I'm just not feeling it. But we are going to go in with that deeper shade Solar and try to blend that out and deepen it up. But you can see it's just not moving on the skin. It's really difficult to blend. I'm going to try to add a little bit more of that to try to deepen it up a little bit. And it's just, I felt like it just looked so bad. So I went back in with Calm to try to like blend it a little bit, but just wasn't moving right. You know what I'm saying? So I went in with a fluffier brush, and that did seem to help a little bit with the movement of it, but still a little patchy. So now we're going to go in with the backup palette. This is the Artitude Cosmetics Vintage palette with that cream shade. Applied beautifully, blended beautifully, real happy with that. Back into the Sundown palette. This is the shade Afterglow, and I was really hoping this would be really shiny. It's kind of moderately shiny. I mean, it looks good. It looks nice, but it just has kind of a cheap feel to it. I don't know how else to describe it. The Artitude Vintage back with that cream shade, I just wanted to brighten that inner corner. Now off camera, we'll do the Rare Beauty eyeliner, the Milani Highly Rated mascara, and a pair of lashes from my Spider Box, and Brouhaha by ColourPop. 1, 2, 3, be there, yay, so pretty. And actually the eye look looks pretty good. I'm actually kind of liking it now that I have everything else on. Now we're gonna, I'm touching this for the first time. This just has such a fun feel, this Fui blush. When I first started putting it on, I thought it was a little too pigmented and I was a little nervous, but man, this blends out so pretty. It blends out slowly though, so you don't have to worry about over blending it and not having enough on there, and it also builds, so it's just super easy to work with. It's exactly what I want to see in a blush that I enjoy using. It kind of gives that beautiful flushed in from the cold kind of look. Really pretty. And I'm going to try it on my lips. Now I put it on my lips and it really wasn't the shade I was going for, like matching my shirt. I just didn't want it to clash with my shirt. I didn't want it to overpower my shirt. I wanted something a little bit more natural than this, but I love that blurred lip look. It's so pretty. I figured I would go in and try this Pillow Balm, and this is in the shade Pineapple Kiss, Pink Pineapple Kiss, and it kind of just made it a little bit pinker. The softness on this applicator is amazing, but a little too pink. I wanted it to be a little more brown, so I looked to see if I could do the eyeshadow trick with the Sundown palette, and no. This is the shade Yum Yum by Sephora, and it is exactly what I was looking for. This is another lipstick that's so old in my collection, but it's good. It's good. Now the Fui highlighter, oh my gosh, it's like iridescent, but it's not overpowering. It definitely takes some building. If you really want to like glowy from space highlighter, you may find this to be a little bit too mild. This is more of like a nice light wet look. I decided to put a little bit on my lips in the center just to give my lips a little bit of a juicier feel to it, and I'm really loving that. So pretty. And we'll take the hair out of the bare ears. We're nice and curly and cute today, and I actually really like the way this look came out. So that was fun. We got to try some new products together. The big win for me was definitely the Benefit Brow. I didn't realize, I honestly thought it was going to be terrible. I genuinely did, but I really liked it. I love the Fui products. Of course, the Pillow Balm, really love that. And unfortunately, like I said before I introduced it, the Alter Ego palette, it's just not good. It's just not good. It makes me sad. Notable sales this week, we have from Sigma up to 75% off. We have from Makeup Forever their winter steals up to 60% off of select items. The Ulta Love Your Skin event is still going on with 50% off deals from brands like Murad, Crepe Erase, Origins, Strivectin, Foreo, Beekman 1802, CosRX, and First Aid Beauty. Sephora is copying Ulta, and they're doing their own skin event. 50% off of top skincare brands through January 17th. This week, look out for deals from The Outset, Ulla Henriksen, Strivectin, First Aid Beauty, Sunday Riley, Clinique, and Clarins.
And that, my friend, was the What's Up in Makeup product report this week. Thank you so, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. And of course, thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you for all your submissions to our Facebook group this week. I appreciate you so, so much. And just a quick side note before we go, if you do want to shop for anything you saw in today's show, I would really appreciate if you would check down below to see if there's a link. Those are affiliate links. Well, some of them are. A lot of them are affiliate links, which means that I will get a small commission for referring you to the brand if you choose to use that link. And that's just a way for you to support the channel if you're already shopping. Never use one of my links just because you want to support, but if you're already shopping, those are down there for you, and I would love if you wouldn't mind using them before you shop. It helps support the channel so I can continue to do this job full time. And with that being said, it is time for me to go. If you would like to stay though, I would love for you to stay. YouTube should be recommending right now 2 videos for you. One down here is last week's product report. The top one is going to be one YouTube thinks that you'll like based on what you've been watching recently. But if you gotta go, you got stuff going on, you got stuff to do, it is no problem. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you. I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.